Hello, everybody. This is Bob Anderson, and today is August 11th, 2025. And I think I only traded on Friday last week. I came back from Colorado late Wednesday night, and while I was out of town, an elf came in my office and cleaned up my office. The problem was the elf, like, disconnected some of the things that go to my computer, and I've got multiple computers under here, and so I didn't have any of my. I got up Thursday morning, I couldn't even get my charts to turn on. It's like, oh my god! So, but my office is clean. Anyway, so I got everything working, and then I took I don't know. I think I took a couple trades on Friday. I made like $120. Um, anyway, so what I want to talk about today is two things. I want to talk about two things today. One is, you know, the indicators that I reference in the video that I have on my charts. One is called the Donchian Channel, and the other one is as a pivot indicator. So the Donchian Channel, for conversational purposes, is a running line, bottom and the top. That I just have one kind of as an example on the top. That we have it set at 60 minutes. So what that does is it's looking backwards 60 minutes on the top side, and it's picking the highest point that price had been in the last 60 minutes at any specific time. So like right here, that's the highest point price had been 60 minutes back. Okay. Same thing at the bottom. That's the lowest point price had been in the last 60 minutes. And why do I have that on there? I have that on there to kind of help you recognize when it gets pushed, like when price goes up and pushes that Donchian channel high or pushes that Donchian channel low. It's a visual you can see right there on your chart. And it's to help you recognize that price is going in a new zone, or testing a zone, and then maybe there'll be a potential for a pullback because we hadn't been here in an hour and that kind of stuff. And I think it's great. I really do. I think the Donchian Channel makes it just so much easier for me to explain to people. Here's what you got to look at. The quasi problem with it is like when the market opens, and or when you get kind of into summer trading, which we're in summer trading. Like when the market opens, what can potentially happen is you can get a real expanded range that sits there for an hour. And what you may miss is a rotation inside that range if you're focused on that Donchian channel being pushed one direction or the other before you take a trade. Same thing with when you get into summer trading, you could have a lot of times the price rotates from the bottom to the top or from the top to the bottom, and it has a specific sign of this rotation, and you, if you're looking for that Donchian channel to get punched before you take an entry, again, if that's working for you, that's fine. I'm just talking about alternatives. Is that Donchian channel really is not identifying price action. Okay, so there was two examples today in gold, and I caught one of them and then screwed it up. I talk about it in the video down here, and then I missed the other one. I just wasn't paying attention, but I'm going to show you the signs of what I'm talking about. So for example, the pivot indicator gives you a spot with dashes on the top and, for example, on the bottom, where significant rotation has happened to warrant your eyes paying attention to this pivot or to that pivot. Okay. And to be perfectly honest with you, before somebody showed me this Donchian channel, this is all I ever used. And I really don't even use the Donchian channel. I still look to the left for the pivots. I like to see the pivots. Now, granted, if the Donchian channel is being broken, the pivots to the left are broken. I mean, it's like you can't have that without that. My point is, if you're looking, like if the market's really not expanding and contracting, you might be missing things that are happening inside, especially early in the morning. And it's early in the morning, unfortunately, in the summertime when the market's actually, that's when it's really actually moving. It has a tendency to go dormant as the day goes on. So, where can you start to recognize potential rotations that are going to be profitable to you? Well, I've talked about this before, but I'm going to emphasize it here. Forget the Donchian channel for right now. If you're just looking at price action and you see a significant pivot created by your pivot indicator, and then all of a sudden you see a movement that breaks that pivot by a tick or two. Remember, I've talked about this. I've said this, and it's deliberate. Like, it's deliberate that price went to that pivot and through it, and then it rotated back. Deliberate. The key word is deliberate. If it's deliberate that it went like this and then this, that's these guys starting to play the game. These guys right here. These guys. The guys we're looking for. That's them starting to play the game. Because if they pop it through the top and they deliberately drive it back, what they did is they intentionally drove it through this top over here for the people that chase. Fear of missing out. All right? The FOMO people. So what do they do once they pop it through? They get them to jump in, and then they clean their money out. Now, when they're cleaning their money out from here back, that's where, and again, it's deliberate. Okay? Both actions have to be deliberate. When they start doing this, now they're taking the people that chased it, they're cleaning out their money, and they have, and I call this, I call it a lot of things, but it's literally like, it's like if you're sitting in a room with a whole bunch of people that know how to communicate sign language and you don't. Okay? And you don't. And they're doing sign language. They know what's going on, but you don't. Okay? Well, that's the same thing. When they poke that thing through, that pivot right there, by a tick or two, maybe a little more, but tick or two, at least a tick, and then immediately turn it back. That's the hand signal. The hand signal is, we're going long. We're going to clean out the stops first. So as we clean out the stops, we're going to be looking for a place of rotation from that deliberate move back. We're going to steal all that money, and then we're going to rotate it back up and through. And this move right here will just blow right through it. But they have to find that rotation, that spot of rotation. So the hand signal in the market is that tick through the top of that pivot. And damn it, if gold didn't do that perfectly today. Absolutely perfectly today. Oh my God. Absolutely perfectly today. One tick did exactly that to the downside. And then deliberately wrote it right back into the red line. Red line did a hammer candle, and then bam, down it went for $1,000. More than $1,000. But it was $1,000 direct in less than 6 minutes. Direct. I'm talking every candle having a lower high to the candle to the left. Just ding, 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 ding. $1,000. So, but none of this would have happened if I'm waiting for a Donchian Channel. Now, where was the Donchian Channel in all this? Well, the Donchian Channel was way down below, but the Donchian Channel was impacted by the market opening and that kind of stuff, and it's out of the way. But you got to recognize the rotation. You got to recognize what's going on. You got to recognize when the sharks have entered the tank. Okay? And this is a perfect example. And I showed it in the video. Okay? I walked through exactly, but it's deliberate. The move from here through this pivot to the left, for example, on the long side, is deliberate. Once it goes through, the pullback is deliberate. It's that deliberateness where they're cleaning the money out, and you're supposed to recognize that they're going to the final laugh in this joke, because this is all a joke to them. The final laugh in this joke is when they rotate it from a hand signal point of rotation. Most likely going to be a higher point than the pivot that brought it here, most likely. And it's going to be, your red line, your 5-minute red line, or your static line, or your 1-minute gold line. But it's going to be one of those for you to recognize, for you to be able to see the rotation. It could be something else and you just missed the trade. But those are the ones. And today it was the 5-minute red line for $1,000, one contract. And I'm talking hammer candle, just had the wick go all the way through that red line. Then the hammer came down and the candle was right there at the bottom, and then bam, down it went. Clean as the nose on your face. And it was all predicated off of one tick breaking that pivot to the left. So where's the other way that you see it? Well, again, same thing, gold. Later on that day, and this trade I did take. Okay, this trade I did take. Later on that day, there was a significant pivot created on the chart. And it also happened to be, I don't know, the prior day close, the prior day high was like right in that same area. And what happened is, same thing, deliberate. When you see, on the example I give you, when you see this blow through that line without even slowing down, and this is the pivot right here that's broken, and it creates this big space and it comes back and sits on top of it. That's the example that I talk about where resistance becomes support, support becomes resistance. The difference between this scenario, which is the one I took, and this scenario is that the pivot was breached. Minor here. Here it was destroyed. It just right through it. Okay? And then they get the people chasing, and then they rotate it back, clean out the stops, and then continue on their direction. And I took that one, and it's a long story what happened there. I got it ran up like 25 ticks. I was looking for at least 50. It ran up like 25 ticks. I moved my stop, and I didn't move my stop underneath the last candle to the left to be broken. It ran up so fast that I was like, oh shit. And I grabbed my stop and I put it below the candle that blew up, not the candle that got broken to my left. And they came back and ticked me out. And then it rotated and went whoosh, right on up for about $800 and some dollars. If I had just followed the back of the candles. When I say follow the back of the candle, you got to remember I'm talking about, because once price gets up and away from all this stuff, it's going to start meandering. But what you're looking for is you're looking for, like, let's say we're on a long. Okay, for me to put my stop below this candle, price has to go through that top. Then I put my stop there. So let's say we got this candle. Well, then the next candle does this. Well, I didn't get stopped out because my stop's still below this candle, the one that got broken to the top. Then this candle comes out. Let's just say now my stop goes here, not here. It's the lowest candle, bottom to my left, that's top got broken. That's where you keep running your stop. And that allows price action in the open market to continue to breathe. And you're running your supports by the low spots of those breathing rotations. And if I had done that on this trade right here in gold today, I think it would have hit about $860, $830. Anyways, so subscriber emailed me on Friday, I think it was Friday. He said, holy cow. He says, you're right. Gold is on fire. He says he's just nailing it in gold this month. He sent me video. He took 2 trades on Friday and made $1,400. He sent me the videos of the trades. Both of them were about $700 a piece. Gold is on fire. I mean, gold is way up in the stratosphere of price. So, like, if you think about it, a tick in gold is $10, and a point, a dollar, therefore is $100 and blah blah blah. Well, when gold's sitting at $3,420 or whatever, it doesn't take much. I've talked about this before. It's like trading the ES now versus trading the ES in like 2008. It's like when your percentage of the move is small, but the points is large, because a $10 move in gold when it's $3,420 is nothing. A $10 move in gold when it was $800 is a lot more. You know what I mean? So you're asking a lot more of it when it was $800. Now that it's $3,420, it doesn't take much to get a $10 move in gold. So anyway, I've definitely been focusing a lot more on gold lately. It's rotating nice, but it'll do the same thing though. It'll get in that stale mode where it just sits there and just sits there and just sits there. And you got to pay attention to it when all of a sudden it starts getting deliberate. And it did it twice in a row today. It got deliberate. Breaking the pivot by a tick, rotating straight back to the red line, doing a hammer candle, and then wham, gone. And then all of a sudden a rotation blew right through the previous pivot, big pivot here, blew right through it, sat on top of it, would also happen to be the prior day close or something, and then gone for another, it went at least $900. But I couldn't pick a top. If I was trading, I had to keep doing the bottom. If I put my target at 1,000, it wouldn't have got there. I did the math. It wouldn't have got to $1,000. It ended up getting like 9 something. But if you were following the back of those candles, you'd have been out at like 830, 860. It was quite a bit of money. Anyways, that's my quick little lesson for the day. I did talk about these trades in my video. Another thing is, I have asked for, I requested a transfer of my money out of Ninja, not all of it, and I don't remember the number that's gonna be left, but what I'm doing is I'm gonna give myself a little challenge. I'm gonna start um, tomorrow. I only made $60 today. I'm gonna start tomorrow with 2,100 and some dollars or something in my account. Okay, I don't remember the number in my head right now. And then my challenge is going to be to take my 2 grand and turn it into 4 grand. Why am I doing that? And I'm going to document the process in these videos. Why am I doing that? Well, what I want to do is I want to show you guys that you can trade, you know, this strategy without a lot of money. I'm probably going to be trading the MNQ, and then I'm going to just in gold, and I'm going to still do my ES and RTY, but like I did the ES today. But I'm going to probably trade the MNQ because I've only got 2 grand. Not that I plan on blowing it, but I mean, again, it's summertime. I just want to try to get a rotation. If I can get a rotation like what happened in gold today and just get $1,000, I'm done. You see what I'm saying? I'm done. Takes all the stress off me for the week. Anyways, so I'm going to start that challenge tomorrow. Well, we could say I started it today. I got 68, either 68 or $64 because I already took the money out. I don't remember what my balance is. We'll figure that out tomorrow. I just thought it was more important for me to talk about these things here than my 60 some dollars. All right, everybody have a good day. Bye. Well. Looks like the ES decided to take off. The latter half of the afternoon blew right through the current open, prior day close, prior day high, created a current high, rolled over, sat right on here, and I took the long off of that. So that's going to be my big trade of the day if I can get that. I got my target up there at 10 points. That's pretty aggressive, actually, considering it's what time is it? It's 12:25, 12:24. I'm gonna try to get this to rotate up, put my stop at even, and see if I can get lucky. There we go. All right, there you go. Come on, break that pivot right here. Break this one right here. Come on. Push. Come on. Push up from there. Come on. Come on, ES. Come on. Break this pivot right here. We break it yet? No. Come on. What the heck? Come on. Come on, ES. Oh, man. Come on, ES. Oh, man. It's a good potential retest right here. See, it went down and tested the prior day close. Now it could be testing the prior day high crossover. So, I mean, I've got to give it room. I got to let it do its thing. I've got to let it do its thing. Come on. Hold this pivot right here. Come on, let's go up. I don't like that it went even with this one here. Come on. Come on. Oh, there you go. Now come on. There you go. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on, please. 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 Back up. 20 seconds. I want this candle to close and then next one, eclipse it. So I can start defending the bottom. Okay, 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now, come on, eclipse this one. Come on. Come on, eclipse this candle right here. Come on. So I can start defending this one. Come on. Come on, ES. Damn it. Come on. Oh, God, no. This is painful. I kind of expected it to keep some gas going because it ran through up and over so fast, came down, and then there it goes. I mean, even though it's noon, I kind of expected it to keep its foot on the gas a little bit, but it's really not doing that. Obviously, I need one of these candles to my left to get broken. I really do. I really, really, really do. Damn it. I really need. Okay, there we go. All right. Jesus. That was stressful. All right, I'm going to put my stop there. All right, come on. Come on. Come on. Man, Jesus. All right, well, let's go. Come on. There you go. Come on, let's go. Now let's go back up and break. Got to break this level right here. Got to break this level right here. That's what we got to get going here. Come on. There you go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Wow. It's a bad time of day, but boy, it was a beautiful, beautiful movement for the ES. It's just wonderful looking. All right, come on. Come on. This is a rather interesting consolidation candle right there. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Oh, my markers are not on here. Oh, it's because I got that strategy on. Hold on here. Let me disconnect the strategy on the ES. I do have it disconnected. Then why is my marker not on there? Probably because I got the strategy loaded. Oh, okay. All right. I'm trying to see why my marker wasn't on there, but it's because I got the strategy loaded. The entry strategy. I did this one manually, so it's not showing. I manually put this trade on. I actually kind of got a bad feel too. Now I look at it. Come on. See if I'd have used the strategy, I had a better feel. Oh, got a bad feel because I didn't get the damn thing moved, it looks like. All right, come on. There you go. Let's go. Come on. Seriously. Come on. Come on. If this thing will get up in here, I'll show you guys a trade that I took in gold earlier today that just that just infuriated me. That just infuriated me. Unbelievable trade I took in gold today that just, oh my God. So frustrating. Come on, yes. See, it's getting dormant. I don't like that. Now it's just getting dormant. Come on, go up and break these pivots. Come on. Are you going to come down here and take me out? Come on. Oh man, this looks like I'm going to lose money. Go up so I can show everybody this stupid trade I got screwed in gold today. Forget it. Just got clipped. Just got clipped. So let me see if I can find this gold trade. Let me see if I can find this gold trade. Yep, there it is. Same thing. I got the strategy on there. Let me remove it. See if I can. No, it's gone. See, it's. Let me load it again. Hold on here. Give me a second, guys. Template, load, GC, go. Let me see if it shows up. Still not going to show up. Damn it. All right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what the trade was. I can't get the markers to show up. It's because that damn strategy thing. I even when I disconnect it, it's gone. But here's what the trade was. So I was in gold. I mean, let me just show you a couple things in gold here today that just, oh God, infuriated me. Now, one of the things I want to emphasize is that I have Donchian channels on these charts really for your benefit, not for mine. And what I mean by that is it just gives you a nice, clean, easy thing to see versus having to keep looking to your left and seeing these pivots. Okay. So what does that mean in English? Well, over here, if you look at gold in the morning, ran up, came back down, but it created this pivot area where it rotated down and then back up. Okay. Then magically, after the market opens, right here, they ran it down and broke that pivot right there by one tick. That big sign, the big sign right there. That is the big sign. We broke a pivot by one tick or somewhere in that range, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, whatever. But then it rotates firmly back to a recognizable pivot point that we use in our trading style. 5-minute red line 1 minute gold line, static lines, whatever. Well, in this case, it was the 5 minute red line. And look at this 1, 2, 3, 4 candles created a nice hammer candle, boom, and then wham. Now, to give you a perspective of one tick, that's where they're showing you where they're going to go. That's what I talk about. They're showing you when you can tell when the manipulation is starting. A good sign that manipulation is starting is a pivot being broken by a tick and a rotation back firmly, because this is the sign. It's a hand signal. For those that can read sign language, it's a hand signal. Hey, that's where we're going. But what we're going to do before we do that is we're going to clean out all the stops of the people that were following us. That's the hand signal right there. One freaking tick. Okay. Then they ran it up to the 5 minute red line, and then boom. Now, to give you a perspective on this trade, okay, your entry is 34.10. Does anybody have any idea how much money that is at 3,400? Does anybody have any idea how much money that is at 3,400 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles? That's $1,000. It's $1,000. And they gave you the sign right here. That's the hand signal. That's the hand signal. Here you go. We are going to break to the downside. We cleaned out that. We rotated firmly to a pivot point. What that may be is someplace, in this case, someplace north of it. Did a hammer candle, boom, brought it back down through this level. So let's just keep looking. Watch this. This is where I got so freaking pissed. So watch this. I saw them do this. So I was like, okay, we're going to play that game. That's fine. We're going to play that game. So watch this. See this? Right here. Same thing. They created this little shelf. They went right through it. They ticked through it right here, then came back down. This was all live. I saw this. They ticked through it right here, came back down and rotated. And I was like, oh God, here we go again. So watch this. I'm waiting. Now they're up in a new zone. I'm waiting for them to pull back to a known spot. So I'm not looking for a Donchian channel because we broke. We're in a whole new zone now. I'm not looking for a Donchian channel now. I saw that a pivot got broke. I saw that we created a rotation. I saw we broke a pivot here, rotated up. We broke a pivot here, rotated up. Now this rotation was above that pivot. This rotation was technically above it too, but what I mean is it was on the same side of the break. This break went clean through here. So when this came up and it created this candle right here, I was long right here. 34.0890. This thing ran up about 34.0890. Ran up what, 30, almost 25 ticks right there in 2 candles. And I put my stop, I am not lying, I put my stop right around 34.0910 or 34.09. They came back, knocked me out. So let's just go back and let's just say 34.09. $34.1887. $980 right there, that rotation. So you had peekaboo, pullback, $1,000. You had a shelf created right here. There's none down here. A shelf created right here that got broken, busted, and sat on top. This was resistance that was broke, retest, gone. This was we're peekabooing through, rotating up, gone. I'm so frustrated with myself right now because I was in this one. And because they ran it up 25 some ticks, I just I moved my stop up instead of protecting instead of protecting the bottom of the candle that's been broken to the left, which would have been here, because see, this candle hadn't been broken yet. It was still sitting when this one pulled back. So I should have had my stop here like an idiot. And I got ticked out right here, and then bam. Now, when this candle broke, I could have had my stop here. Then when this candle broke, I could have had my stop here. When this candle broke, I could have had my stop here. When this candle broke, which actually this is the one that broke, I could have had my stop here. Keep following, keep following, keep following. Neither one of these got broken, by the way. So my stop is still right here. We're rotating up. This one got broken, so my stop is here. This one got broken, so my stop is here. This one hasn't been broken. This one got broken right here by this one, so my stop is here. Waiting, waiting, waiting. This one got broken, so my stop is here. This one got broken, my stop is here. This one got broken, so my stop is here. I'm out at 1630. So $800. $800. $800. $800 that I didn't get because I didn't even follow my own rule to follow the back of the candle. I knew what they were doing here. So frustrated. Anyways, so what did I end up with today? Because I just took a loss in the ES. I'm up $68. So anyways, no big deal. I'm going to work on setting up some rules for my new challenge I'm going to set me up with, and I'm going to transfer some money out of this account. I'm going to explain it in the intro. All right.